All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are live. We are live. We are live. We're just gonna let people kind of gather around and kind of accumulate. I haven't done a live in a while. I want to say thank you for tuning in. I'm super duper excited. We have a good show today. Sheba, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. How are
Yeah,
you?
good, 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 good. Let me just take this music off, man. It's been a minute. How to do this. All right, there we go. There we go. Yeah. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's show. My name is Jonathan. Welcome to Seven Circles. On today's episode, I don't even know what number this is. Probably only the second episode I did in 2023. But I got Sheba, the Oracle, on today. Sheba, what's
Hello.
up?
How's it going?
Good. How you feeling?
I'm good. I'm good. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, it's been a good day today. Today's the 23rd, 2 days away from Christmas. We just had a what do you call it? The winter solstice, right?
Yep.
So from what you're doing, because you got your little oracle magic, and you do that through a lot of different ways, but mainly with the cards.
Right.
Does the winter solstice have anything to do with that? Does it I don't know, change it up a little bit, or do planet?
Well, well, I mean, the solstice is pretty much when the sun. No, that's the spring. It's the spring equinox.
No, because you got spring equinox, fall equinox, you got the winter solstice and summer solstice. But I guess I don't know. I was just curious if it had anything to do with the divination that you
So
do.
I know the solstice it talks about the light, but as far as like the divination goes,
Yeah.
not necessarily. Not with the cards that I do. The science that I do. But yeah, not
So
necessarily.
So I want to hop into it right away because I know what you do, and you've pretty much been my oracle for like the past, I don't know, 7 years. You've done a lot of readings for a lot of people. You get a lot of good results. But when people do readings, man, people do things like tarot, tarot reading, which I'm not really too attracted to.
Yeah.
And then you got numerology. I really like numerology. You got astrology. You got people that do like tea leaves or rocks. There's so many
Right.
ways and so many different divinations that people have to try to perceive the future, or maybe look something up in the past, or just look something up that's not in the scene. People try to really use some type of divination for that. But you do something called the cards of life, and you
Right.
use regular playing cards.
Playing
And I
cards.
find this interesting because I'm big on numbers, and we know that playing cards, there's 52 of them. Plus, you got the big and the little joker, but 52. And then, 5 plus 2 is 7. In the 7 days of the week, you know how I am about my sevens and all that. But before we even get started, and I dive into like the whole significance of the cards of life, and, what does that mean, and how did that come about? What's up with the 52? Does that have some significance, like some correlation to 52 weeks out of the
It
year?
does, yeah. I mean, it doesn't have a big correlation, but it does represent the 52 weeks. But yeah, just to answer it in short,
So what's the history of the cards of life? How do you see things by just using regular playing cards? Like what is the method behind that, or what is the theory or the meaning behind that, the logic?
okay. Well, the history is so the people of Atlantis, they use playing cards, and I just got these cards from the Dollar Tree, but they use playing cards. It's a sacred science. It's not just like I cast cards, but there's more to just casting cards. And don't take me off the channel again. Just-
Go ahead, go ahead, go ahead. Yeah, just
let me stop. Let me stop. I'm being goofy, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, but no, seriously, it comes from Atlantis. And then when Atlantis was about to fall, just like kind of like if something's going to happen on Earth, we all kind of know what's going to happen ahead of time. You get little whispers and people start talking, or our ancestors, or might get a message from the spirit realm or something like that. Well, the people knew that Atlantis was going to fall, so the people that knew, they fled, and they fled to ancient Egypt and that part of the world. And so it resurfaced there in Kemet, ancient Egypt, and also in Greece, because the people from ancient Egypt, they also took their um, information to Greece. So yeah, that's how it came. That's the history of it, and pretty much as far as like the sacred aspect of it, or the card, how it came to become playing cards, it's because when religion came into play, they would kill people if you didn't follow their religion, when they were pushing like a certain thought, a certain belief upon the masses of people. They would kill you if you didn't follow it. So the people made up games with the playing cards just to kind of conceal the sacred science. And yeah, it resurfaced again in the 70s when we were ready, because it's really powerful, even to the point where I don't know the whole science, and I've been studying it for like 15 years, and it's a lot, it's more to it. I mean, and like people that has been studying it longer than me, they still don't know the whole science to it. So yeah, it's a process.
Well, and okay, so I have a couple questions, but it's like that, right? Like we can use electricity, it benefits us, but we don't know everything about electricity, but we can still benefit from it, even though we don't know everything about it.
Right, right.
So this is interesting because I did not know that it actually derived um, from Atlantis.
Yeah.
So when it was in Atlantis, were the playing cards different? Did it have different images on them and different symbols and things like that? And did it get changed? Because when you said that when we had kings and queens and stuff like that, they used different card games to conceal it. But if you think about it, playing cards, they have a king, a queen. They have the same characters that they would have like in the Monarch or whatever. So were the characters changed to try to mimic the king and queen to maybe please them more?
So as far as like the face cards,
Yeah,
they've always been there. I guess there's always been like hierarchies and lowerarchies throughout different societies.
right.
Um, but the images has always stuck. So the suits, they've always been the same suits. Um, the numbers, they've always been the numbers. And the suits, mind you, just to backtrack a little bit, the tarot deck comes from the playing cards. And so the suits, um, that's where they get the same suits from in the tarot deck. The numbers, it talks about numerology. So this is tarot, numerology, and astrology in one. Because when you get into the science, the sacred science,
Tarot, numerology, and astrology in one.
hmm
Okay,
yeah, you're also dealing with the planets as well. It has planetary aspects as well.
got you. Don't mind me. I'm just going to. Let me.
But yeah,
I'm
so
sorry. I'm here messing with the screen. I'm still new at this. It's been a minute.
Jonathan, what did I say? Okay, that's better. Keep it like that. What, you want it like this? Wait. Oh, I did it. Whatever. I don't know. But yeah, so and the suits, they line up. So it's like the heart suit first. The heart suit will represent a young person. It represents your emotions. Excuse me. And that's the child of the deck. And then you have the what's next? The clubs. The clubs represents education, thought, communication. And then we have the adults of the deck, diamonds. And the diamonds represent values and finances.
Okay.
So diamond people are always going to be about like, what's how much did this cost? How much will it cost? How much can I make? How much can I spend? But yeah.
How do you know who is what? Like for instance, I'm an Aries because I was
Mhm.
born April, right? April 14th. Um, and then we can find out that I'm a master number 11 based on the month, the date, the year, etc. Right? Like uh numerology and astrology. But how do we find out with this? Like, is there like how do I find out if I'm a diamond or a ten of diamond or a king or whatever? How do I know that I am that?
Okay, so there is like a chart, and you can like chart it out. Um, you can even like do it with the deck of cards. but there's pretty much a chart where there's a spiritual spread and a life spread. And excuse me, depending on your birthday, you'll be able to see where you sit inside of the spread. And
Okay.
there's basically two personalities to a person, unless you're a Leo, like me, where you're super cool. Six of spades. So the spades, because I didn't finish the diamonds. We talked about the diamonds, and then the spades. They talk about work and finances. And honestly, the spades are all encompassing. So spirituality and work. So spades person would say, how much work am I going to have to do to get that? How much work did that take? So yeah.
Okay, and of course, there's so many different types of spades, so many different types of hearts, etc. So,
Right.
what is the different meanings of like the one, or not the one, but the two, and the five, and the 10? Like if I like if I'm a two of let's say spades. If I'm a two of spades, and you're a
Mhm.
10, and you're a 10 of spades, what are going to be the difference between the two and the 10?
Okay, so this is kind of where the numerology gets incorporated.
Mm.
So the one, it talks, which is a ace. It will talk about. Is that what you asked, or you asked for specific ones, or just in general?
No, it just doesn't really matter. I just gave an example.
Okay, yeah. So a ace, it's it's a one. So it's like a seed. It's the start of something, and it also means like desire for something. So like the difference between like a two and a 10, it just depends on the numerology aspect. So a two, a lot of times it means choices or partnerships, um, things like that. So
Got you.
like within like numerology, two people that are a two number, they like to be in partnership. Isn't that correct? For because I know you do
Yeah.
numerology. Yeah. So it deeply corresponds with numerology, um, as well as the other divinations that I explained.
Yes. So I wanted to, and those of you who are watching, unfortunately, if you're putting comments in, I'm not going to be able to read them because I have two YouTube channels streaming simultaneously. And even when I go to try to check out YouTube, you're going to hear an echo in the background. So that was an issue that I had last year. And since I haven't been on here in like a year doing a live, I haven't been able to figure it out.
So
But I
then,
will,
I'm sorry.
yeah, but I will be able to figure it out later on. So Sheba, this is what I want to do because go ahead. What's up?
How are we gonna see the people that want like mini readings?
Oh yeah, let me actually check it out then. Let me actually dig a little bit deeper. So while I'm trying to figure this out, sh-
Yeah, I can do like a
well,
reading for like what's gonna come, like it's just something small of what's gonna come for 2024. If that's okay.
yeah, I do want to talk. I don't want to do nothing small for 2024. I want to actually go into 2024 a lot because
Okay.
and then I guess we'll look at the readings later on, and then I can go into it. But for 2024, so there's so much going on, man, shit. But there's like, I don't know, I don't even want to talk about the Palestine and Israel, but I know a lot of people want to know about that. So, what do you see for that whole thing? Do you see the war ceasing? Like, do you see that? Like I don't even know. What do you see around that?
For 2024.
Yeah.
Okay, so well,
And, and
mine.
and
I
and just to
think
let you know, while you're talking to like the audience, the viewers, I'm going to figure this out on YouTube. So
okay. So like just as a little FYI, when I'm doing the cards, I also use my intuition. And really honestly, just off the rep, it's not going to end in 2024. It's going to keep going. Like this is just intuitively what I'm getting. It's going to keep going. It's actually going to get worse in 2024 with the yeah, it's sad that's what's going on over there. And all those people dying, but it's actually going to get worse. It's going to keep going. And it's for a few years, but let's see. So it has to do with money, okay? And I'm so that's what it's about. It's always about money, right? But it's about money. Why they're doing that. Um, there is a big change in values is pretty much why we're going through this, and we're the change in values is that we're letting go of our negativity. Um, we're letting go of our negativity as it relates to money. And it has, because the Eight of Diamonds, I pulled it out the Eight of Diamonds. So as it relates to, so here we got our challenge. Five of Diamonds. It talks about changing values. That's what's challenging us right now. Two of Clubs underneath. So that talks about big arguments, big fights, a lot of fear. People overall, there's a lot of fear in the country right now, not in this country, but over there, we're talking about specifically a lot of fear, even beforehand. That's what led up to this. And that's what's challenging. Now, the result of that challenge, which is a blessing, is letting go of negativity, having faith, and changing the way we think and do things. And so I can't say if this is going to be up until at the end of 2024 or if it's going to be, I feel like this is going to be until it's lasted throughout its whole process, this whole war. This is the end result of it. Like I said, letting go of negativity, letting go of fear, being in more in tune with our spirituality. That's the gift that it's going to bring. That's something that's the result of this, what we're going through now. And also more money power, but actually more power as it relates to our values and how we value money and how we value one another. This is all about money, y'all, of course, but it's always about money, right? And
No,
then
but
we
well,
have
go
dive
ahead.
the final result. And
Now,
like, huh?
I was gonna say, it's interesting you say it's all about money because in numerology, 2024, you add them up together and you get a number eight, and eight for next year. That's what it's all about, money. And
Hmm.
I've been saying that for a while now. So it's funny that you picked it up, but I feel
Well,
really, really positive about next year as far as finances is concerned.
well, I feel like, I mean, well, just speaking about firmly what's going on over there,
Hmm.
it's definitely this is about money and it's about changing our values. And I say "are" because we're all in this together, even though we're not, but we are. You know what I mean? We're not the ones over there killing anybody. Um, but still, it ripples in the on the planet. We're all on this earth, so that's why I say we're changing our values because it's still an energy effect that we get.
Right.
Now, the blessing that's going to come out of this, is that it's going to bring a new way of thinking to that part of the world, to the world overall. Hmm. Let's see what this new way of thinking is about. I feel like people that were in power, they're not going to be in power anymore. It's going to bring a new way of thinking of how we think about our home, about how we think about women. That's going to be big over there. I don't know how, but it's like women are going to get some more power, some more. Um, you know how women are really oppressed in that area,
Hmm.
actually throughout the world a lot, you know, but to a smaller extent here in the United States. But yeah, with this Queen of Hearts, it's going to bring a new way of thinking about women and the feminine energy.
So I swear to y'all that this isn't scripted. Just to let you guys know, this is my sister right here, my younger sister Sheba. Um, and we've done podcasts together before, but I didn't tell her this. But exactly with the money, what I was thinking, like next year, money's gonna be really, really good, etc.
Hmm.
Because of eight, and I know how eights are with numbers. I was also saying this to myself, literally like 2 days ago. Next year is the woman's. Like you're gonna see women energy go boom. And if you look at an eight, the way that it's shaped, it's all curves. Like straight lines represent masculinity, but eights, right, is all about the curves. And that's all eights have. And eights also about karmic, and it's also about as above, so below, because of like the way that it is. But this is a prediction that I just want to make. I mean, as I rudely interrupted you, but whatever.
No,
I
you're fine. You didn't interrupt.
I think that Michelle Obama, and not that I'm political, and not that I am a Republican or Democrat. I don't care about politics, but I know it's important in some ways, right? In the way that people think and blah blah blah, whatever. But I think that Michelle Obama is actually going to be president for the next president term. So I want to kind of ask you some about that as well too, as far as what do you see for the whole presidential thing? Do you see anything?
Let me look. And just I don't know, it's funny you say that. I heard what's Trump's daughter's name? Ivanka?
If no,
Or
that's his wife, Ivanka,
that's his
right?
wife.
Yeah, I don't know.
What's
I forget his daughter's name. Chelsea, Kelsey. I don't know.
no, it's like no, it's like a Russian name.
Russian. Okay,
I think it's not Ivanka. Are you sure it's not Ivanka?
that's his wife.
Huh?
That's his wife.
Is it? Oh,
Yeah.
well, well, his daughter, I heard she's gonna run.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and you know what? She could probably be president.
No, but not this time. Anyway,
No, not this time.
no.
But I don't think that they would let her.
Mm, okay. Well, I mean, we're not talking about that, but I mean, yeah, maybe. I don't know. But
Yeah.
I want to know what's up. Like, what does the cards actually have to
So
what
do
do,
you want to know like specifically about somebody in particular who's running, or
yeah, I
like
want to
just?
know. Yeah, I want to know who's gonna be the next president.
Well, I can't tell you that. I mean,
Well,
I'm. Well, let me see.
what do the cards say?
Who's running? I don't even know who's running.
You got I don't know. It's a lot of people. You
Is
think it's
Biden running?
huh?
Is Biden running?
Yeah, he is. Yeah. From what I know of, I think so.
All right, I can see what it's saying, but I don't. I really don't know who's running.
Okay.
I'm sure Biden is running. How's this president? Wait, you know what? Let me ask this because I need a clear question. I'm going to ask, how is this president? How is this election going to turn out? You know how there's always a lot of drama around the election and
Yeah.
other political things and like that happens. So let's see.
So it really is all about like the questions have to be like that's one of the most important parts.
Yeah, you want to really get clear in your mind of what you're asking, you know? Just
Clarity.
like when you're asking the universe or you're asking a person something, you know, you really want to
Ah,
be clear about what you're asking. Did you fix it?
nah, I would say thank you to Atomic Society. It said Ivanka is the daughter and Milana is the wife. Okay,
Okay,
okay, okay.
okay. Oh, okay. I thought so. Yeah.
I didn't know. I didn't know. Thank you. I appreciate that.
So the chat is working then.
Yeah, yeah. I figured some things
Yay.
out.
Okay. So 10 of spades as your overall. So this is how the presidency, or not, excuse me, the election, 2024 election, right?
Hmm.
So it looks like it's going to be like a pretty successful election as for who they want to win.
Okay.
Um,
What does that mean?
I'm gonna just say it. I'm
Say
gonna
it.
just say it because
No, I don't want no. See, this is my whole thing. Like, and I'm gonna everybody that I do an interview with from now on, I'm gonna be so mean, man. As I'm just talking to them. Like, that's why I did so much shadow work in 2023 because I don't want to hide behind. Like, yeah, I'm spiritual and whatever, but
you want me to say it?
I
You
can
want me to
still
say
be
it
me
or not?
and have an opinion. So just
You gonna do
be
it?
you. Do it.
They don't pick I mean, they pick the presidents. So, like I said, it's going to be pretty easy for them to pick who they're going to pick.
Right.
Okay, it's going to be
So
like really a success. And they're going to challenge with oh, you know what? A woman might, huh? A woman might win. I don't know for one why my words are getting twisted. So I feel like the Biden coming through. I'm not even being funny, y'all. I'm not being funny, y'all.
you feel like what?
Biden is coming through. So Biden's going to really be challenged. But I feel like, as a surprise, I feel like there might be a woman president. Let's see. Are
I don't think it's a surprise, man. I really think that this is what's going to happen.
Because you have the King of Diamonds as your challenge. Let me get some on that. As a result, and yep, and then the Eight of Diamonds as a result, you have the Five of Clubs. You have the Four of Clubs. So I feel like because of Biden's health, he's not going to be able to keep going.
Right.
He's not going to be able to talk and do speeches. That's why my speech was getting all wobbly. He's not going to be able to talk and do speeches. And also, he's challenged with like finances. Something like he spent too much during this last, during his time, this time here, his time during his term. Excuse me. He spent too much money, and so like we're really challenged with money right now. I mean, duh, but in the presidency, they're really challenged. So I feel like with this queen of spades and then this excuse me, queen of clubs and five of clubs, this lady, she's going to be a slick talker. She's going to be sharp. She's going to be a slick talker. She's going to be like really willing and able to point things out that other presidents weren't able to before, and a lot of people's going to agree with her.
It doesn't sound like Harris.
No, it's not. I'm not getting. Like, let me stop. No, I'm not getting her. I'm not getting her. I'm getting somebody that's like super smart and like super on it and like they can talk real good. Like their communication is really great. And let me see, what's this change of mind about? Because
It sounds like a Candace Owens or whatever.
yeah,
she would be
no,
Republican.
it's not going to be her, but yeah, but like that kind of energy.
Do you do you think that
But we are going to be, people are going to be satisfied. It's not like they're going to be like, I mean, they're going to have peace of mind. She's going to give people peace of mind. It's not like they're going to be like, yes, but she's going to give people peace of mind. So, you know what? There is a man here and there's a woman here. So we could have a woman president and then a man vice president, or we could have a man president or a woman vice president. Like,
what about if it was a man who identified as a woman being president?
I don't think not yet.
I don't think that ever happened. You think it would?
Yeah, I feel like, you know what? I feel like we're going to get a woman president.
No, I'm saying.
I'm sorry, I just pulled another car. No, I don't know if that'll ever happen. I don't know.
No, but I really do think that we are going to get a woman president. So it's interesting. So we had two things. So what else do you see for 2024? And we kind of talked about politics a little bit. We talked about money and like the war and things like that. Yeah, what else do you see coming up?
2024.
Yeah.
What questions do you have about it? Like with this presidency, or?
I don't know. Anybody watching right now, even here on, I got TikTok on as well too. Anybody has any questions for Sheba the Oracle? Just go ahead and type them in the chat. And can you see the chat, Sheba, or not?
I can't see it now.
You can't. Okay, so just type them in, and I'll ask her. And if you want to donate to Sheba, all donations are going directly to her. You can either you could send what do you call it? What is it called? You guys know what I'm talking about. You could do a super chat, right? You can hook it up. You could do a super chat, or
a cash app.
Or you could do a cash app. What's your cash app, Sheba?
$ Sheba Spencer.
$
Sheba Spencer.
SPENCER. Okay, cool. So Atomic Society wants to know: is it a false sense of security, or will they be actually good? Or will they be actually good? Yeah. So I guess like with the presidency, like you know how we always say like the lesser of two evils, or it's the same energy but behind like a different mask or face. Like I guess that's the question you're kind of asking. Like, is it a false sense of security, or will they be actually?
I got what they're asking. They're asking if what we were just talking about, if they were good. Excuse me, if the two candidates, they're going to be a good team, and their team they're going to be good partnerships, the president and the vice president. The only thing is that we're going to be really challenged with money. And I mean,
We as a nation.
yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So
yeah, it's
so
it's not it's
do you think it's going to be president and vice president? Both are going to be female.
no, no, it's going to be a male and a female. I feel like the female is going to be the president. And you know what? I'm really getting that. I really don't feel like that
I think so
in
too.
my mind. I
I
don't
really,
feel like that, but intuitively, that's what I'm getting.
that's what I felt too. I've been feeling it for a while now. I've been feeling it.
Because I always say that, oh, they won't let a woman be president, but
Nah, but
I'm
you remember
feeling
that you
that's what
remember
I
that
get in cards.
you remember that one video by the president. What was the guy's name? I forget. I think it was Reagan, President Reagan. And somebody asked him. He went to like a school or something. They was like, "Would there ever be a woman president?" And he was like, what would happen? I think is that there would be a woman vice president, and then the president would pass away or something would happen to him, and then the vice president will move into the president spot, and that's how we get
Mhm.
a woman president. And that's
Hmm.
exactly the way that it seems like it's being played out right now. Again, man, I hate getting into politics so much, but it is it's an important part just of
Of society.
yeah, United States, man. And every 4 years, and it gets ramped up, and it affects everything, man. It affects finances, it affects gas prices, it affects inflation. The gas prices gets cheaper. They pump the economy up. We get a lot of stimulus. When it comes to the presidency, so everybody's like happy, and we kind of get right into the whole entire, president candidacy thing or whatever. But yeah, man, I want to talk about. I want to get into some real good stuff, man. Some real good topics. Like I am really just like y'all don't know my sister, right? We're all 2 years apart. There's 7 of us. And we're all 2 years apart except for the last 2 to 5 years apart. But this girl, man, like we were homeschooled together, right? And like so I know my sisters and brothers. I know my sisters and brothers really well, but we all have different gifts, and everybody does. And this is the important part. Everybody has different spiritual gifts. I brought so many people on this channel, from Ellie Tom Elamine to Nikki to many people, right, who can do these fabulous things, to Master Wayne. And, a lot of these things we can do as well, too. She has this ability. She told many people they were having babies months ahead of time. She told me, and I was like, huh? And then like I think like a day later, I got a phone call like, oh, I'm having a baby. This was a while ago. I'm like, oh man, like you know what I mean? Like she taps into like the ethers. And so next year, Sheba, like you're saying we're going to have a problem with the money. So what do you see with CBDC, Central Bank Digital Currency? And those of you who don't know, that's something that the government has been talking about implementing for a while, where we no longer have dollar bills. Everything is more like a digital currency, and that way you could be tracked, and also the money could be turned on and turned off. So some people like it, some people don't. It has its pros and its cons, but next year is an important money year. So do you see anything coming up for
So what is it? CD?
CB, Central Bank Digital
CD.
Currency,
Digital.
CBDC? Yeah.
Oh,
Wow.
okay. So definitely.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I
huh.
used to always pick on my little sister too, by the way. I used to pick on her a lot.
I bet him before because he didn't give me any Rice
Well,
Krispies.
don't talk about that. But remember, I had your back a lot of times, didn't I?
I'm gonna be stop playing. So
I had
we
your
got.
back. I had your back a lot of times. We're not gonna get to this whole brother and sister thing, man. But
You should have gave me the Rice Krispies, okay? No, let me stop.
yo, man.
I'm so goofy right now, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay. So the central bank digital system
Central Bank Digital Currency,
currency.
CBDC. Yeah.
Okay, so I don't know if it's already out or what's going on with it, but it can power through. It depends on the people behind it, like if they want it to, like really take place. It's gonna be a new type of money. I can't say if, oh, the central bank digital currency, that's just digital currency pretty much, right? It's
Yeah.
not like cryptocurrency. It's okay.
Mhm.
Well, with the Ace of Diamonds at the very top, that's where like our blessings are coming through. So what I'm feeling is that they're critiquing it. I'm feeling that it's gonna be a new way of doing money. And like they've been critiquing it for years. Will it come out this year? Overall, six. Yeah, we're destined for it. Like we're destined for it to happen. Um, People aren't really ready for it right now. Let me see. So we got all diamonds here. So like with the 10 of diamonds, it's destined to happen. It is going to happen. It is going to be successful. Like I said, they're critiquing it right now. I do feel like they're ready to put it out with this Ace of Diamonds, and it's going to be a blessing. But as far as like the public, what's going to challenge us with this is that people are just going to be scared of it. People are going to feel like they're not going to have enough money. But they actually are. So, that really depends on individual to individual, but looking at this as a whole, um, yeah, it's just not looking good. Like, I hate to use that word good or bad, but it's looking like people are really fearful about money. Um, Even though this new digital thing is going to come to the surface, and I don't think it's going to come to the surface to the point where it's like going to take over the whole. Maybe in the like next 2.5, 3 years is what I'm getting. It's gonna come and um, take over where it's gonna be like widespread a lot. But this year, I feel like it's gonna be introduced, and people are not really gonna take to it because they're just so concerned about their money. Um,
Oops.
and I feel like at the end of next year, people are not gonna have no choice but to do it.
Hmm.
You know.
Okay.
Um, but it's I feel like it's gonna be successful. It's like it's destined to happen.
Well, why do you think people are so afraid of money? What is it with money and how it's so intricately tied into the human emotions? And I see this in myself, man. And even how money can make us forget. I mean, you're number 8 in numerology. You were born in August. That's not also 8. You were destined for money. You had this money thing about you. But like, I remember back like in the days, like when I used to have a 9 to 5, and like when what do you call it, when we got our tax refund. That was like the biggest holiday to me, right? You spend all your money up on the holidays and you get that tax refund. Oh, I'm getting $2,000, 2,500.
Yeah,
I'm getting 5,000 this year. Oh man. You think about everything that you're gonna get, blah blah
right.
blah. By the time you get that money in your hand, you're like, you forget everything, or I did. I forgot everything,
Yeah,
right? And
right.
you kind of get like this a coma in your mind where you can't think straight, and
Right.
and then you're real like I don't know, you're just stupid with it. Like when you have the money, you're stupid with it. When we don't have it, like I don't know, money's just always been interesting for me. I've been thinking about it for a while. But what is it? Do you think? Obviously, the fear because the scarcity, right? But what is it with people and money and this relationship that we have with it, the negativity, even though we need it for, I would say, 90% of the things that we use it for 90% of the things that we need.
So I'm just gonna get a little deep, but so I mean we all agree that everybody agrees, whether we did it consciously or subconsciously, that we're gonna use money as a means of currency in.
Oh man, I'm sorry, guys.
It's okay.
Go back, Shiva. My bad.
But we're going to use money as a means of currency in
Hmm.
order to state what's valuable to us. We use that as a statement of value, right? And so pretty much with like people get so scared and get weird about money is because um it correlates with our value and how we feel about ourselves and how we value ourselves, really. And we live in a society that tells us that we're not valuable unless we buy XYZ, or we need to fix ourselves and we need to buy XYZ in order to do that. And so it's like a real, I want to say conundrum, but it's like a never ending kind of circle. So we give our energy to that which is telling us that we're not good enough. And then in turn, they give us more and tell us we're not good enough. It's like a never ending circle if you think about money in the way of hmm,
The
spending,
majority.
spending, spending, or, um, if you put the money on value and not the people and not the energy. If you put the money, I mean, excuse me, I think I said that backwards. So if you put the money on just, if you put the value on just the money, it's going to cause you to think of yourself less valuable. If you put the value on yourself and your energy, then it's going to cause you to think about yourself in a way of being valuable, and it's going to bring in more money. And
Mm.
you're not going to be tied up in this game of I'm valuable because I have money. You're going to know you're valuable and then have the money. I don't know if that made sense. Did that make
No,
sense?
that made a lot of sense. Very, very well said. Why is it that you think like it's something that always made me wonder? Like for instance, Robert Kiyosaki. I've learned a lot from that guy. Y'all who don't know him,
Mm-hmm.
author of Rich Dad Poor Dad. April 8th, that's his birthday. Master number 33. Right.
Okay.
Same as Carlos. Yeah.
Wow.
Master number 33. Christ consciousness. He was married to Kim for a while.
I
Kim's a
like her.
Libra.
Kim Kiyosaki.
Yeah, Kim's a Libra. Number 4, they're no longer together, right? But they have no children, and they
Mm-hmm.
make all this money, make all these books, and then they put all their money into gold and silver, and they just have tons and tons and tons and tons. And I'm like, okay, cool. Nobody
Mm-hmm.
believes you. They got their foundations and whatever, but it's like, why keep on getting more and more and more and more and more money? Like, is that the reason? Why? But everybody has their own reasons why they were born, why they were here, what they want out of life, right? For me, it's not about to buy a whole bunch of cars, houses, and get a whole bunch of money, money, money. Money's a tool, but why do you think that some people could be millionaires or billionaires and still want the more money? Like, what is that part? Like, how do you see that?
Well, I
You
just
know,
put
you know
some
what I'm saying?
cards. Huh?
You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. And while you're talking and asking about, not, I just put some cards on Kim and Robert, just to
Okay.
see. I like you know what? They're still together, please. I see it in the cards. No, they're family. They can't help it. They're family. As
Hmm.
far as like them being romantic, I can't say. You know what I mean? They
Right.
might go in every now and then. Who knows? But as far as them like being by each other's side, they're still together. They're still definitely very much family. They look at each other as family. They love each other. Like I said, I can't say if they're romantic, but there's no bad blood there. They're still very much married in a way.
Mm.
But they
Let me
do
plug.
it.
Let me plug up my laptop. Go ahead and keep talking now.
They do it for the creativity. They do. They make so much money, and I'm just channeling them, not really, or I'm just picking up on their energy, not really other people that do this kind of work or that keep making money just to accumulate it. I don't feel like they're doing it just to accumulate it. They like it. It's just like a passion of theirs. Um, it's just what they put their energy into,
Mm.
and they actually, huh? They don't have any kids. They do have one young. They probably don't have any biological children, but they do have one younger male that they kind of consider a child, a godchild. I don't know. I don't know if they could have adopted him. I don't know if he's like, one of those spiritual children. You know how you might have like a spiritual brother, sister, mother, father, auntie, whatever.
Yeah.
Well, I'm feeling like they have that as well. And that's important to them to teach him the game as well.
Hmm.
Yeah. They have a lot of they have so much fun with their money. They don't it's a sport to them. It's a sport.
I got you.
And I'm getting also not only them, but a lot of people that do that with money, it's a sport. And they can when they win, they get I guess I'll say it, they get a high and they get bragging rights of what they have and things like that. So yeah, they're people accumulate money for different reasons, but I'm getting that most people do it because it's a sport and they just have fun and they get a high from it. And it's like when you win a when your favorite team wins, you cheer and you're happy and you're like, yes, and
Yeah,
it
yeah, yeah.
gets the blood going and it's just something that they enjoy. But they do get a lot of creativity from it, and they did pass their information on and a lot of their money on to this younger man.
I see. That makes sense. I would never thought about something like that, but I could see them actually doing that. Just the type of people that I know them as from what I've seen.
Mm.
I'm gonna close out this TikTok real quick because
They do have a child. Like,
my
I
phone is
don't think
dying.
it's this younger man. Kim, Robert, who is this younger male? But yeah.
I bet you we're gonna see this come out like in a couple years or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And he's gonna be some type of like whoever.
Yeah, you know what I get? Just like Rich Dad Poor Dad, how his rich dad wasn't his biological dad,
Yeah,
like that.
that ties it together right then.
Yes,
You know,
yes.
you know, Sheba. I actually want to say something because this came to mind right now. Those who are watching, I don't know if you heard of Elijah Adama, but she's been on this channel several times. I think 4 times. She probably has the most views, other than
Adama?
a couple. Yeah, than a couple other videos on this channel. But she,
I
people love
know
her
Adama.
presence.
Of course I know Adama.
Well,
I
I'm
know
talking to
Adama.
the audience, not you,
Oh.
but you too. But people love her. People love her presence, and Adama, she's like family. And I want to give respect where respect's due because Adama is actually what taught me numerology, and
Uh-huh.
she's actually what or introduced numerology to me, and she actually introduced the cards of life to you.
She sure did. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
Sure did.
interesting how one person, and we didn't even know it that like this is happening, but like how these gifts they just get delivered. We should do a podcast one time with Adama and the two of us. I think that would be fun.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
It would be cool. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, so um, how do you use the cards of life for your own guidance and your own navigation in life?
Well, honey, like, let me stop. um,
You're
no,
corny, man. This is my
no,
sister. She's corny.
no. I said that because
Wow, man.
emotionally, we come to this world to understand our emotions and to learn how to work with emotions, right?
Okay.
Um, with these cards, and with just getting readings, it really helped me to calm my emotions down in certain situations. Like what's gonna, especially when I was younger, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? What's going on with this situation, with this guy, with that guy? And then so looking at the cards, it would give me some emotional ease, right? And as I've gotten older, because I've been doing this for 15 years, so as I've gotten older and more mature and more emotionally balanced, you know, I learned a lot from them because the cards, they do come with a spiritual message. So like the tarot it doesn't come with a spiritual message. Each card has its high side and its low side. So I'm gonna just randomly pick out a card and tell you like the higher side and the lower side
Okay,
of the card.
and then after you do that, I got somebody who wants a reading. Maybe you can give him a reading next.
Just a little mini reading. Okay.
Yeah.
So like the higher side of the Queen of Diamonds, she talks about like she makes a lot of money. She's a businesswoman. Um, she talks about having it's a lot with these cards. Like I said, she makes a lot of money. She's a businesswoman, but she can also spend a lot of money.
Sounds like a Kim Kardashian right there.
Yeah, it really does. You're right. Actually, it does. I wonder if she's a diamond. I doubt it, but she probably has it in her chart somewhere. Um, but yeah, so the cards come with the spiritual message. So that's really why I like them, and they help me to grow spiritually, like doing them. And they also have helped me to develop my intuition
Intuition, yeah.
throughout the years. Now, as
Yeah.
far as like for people that get readings from me, they get a lot of insight. Like I said, emotional ease, emotional balance. They get more insight and clarity into their present situation, their future situation, or even some past situations if they want,
Mm,
you know.
mm.
And yeah, it comes with like different choices on um, ways to move forward, you know. So yeah.
Mm.
Atomic Society? Who's that?
Yeah, there's somebody in the
Oh,
comments.
shit.
You give me hope for my relationship with my sister. It's hard to forgive her, but I want to. Yeah, forgiveness is important. So, okay, so since you can see the comment sheet, I'm gonna put this up there, and so we can do a reading. That's the info.
August baby, eighth life path, and snake in Chinese astrology. I would like a reading. Okay, so you want like just a mini? What do you have a question, Atomic?
Yeah, I'm gonna let him gather his thoughts. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna get some more water, right?
Okay, so I'm gonna just pull something on you. Let's see,
Well,
Atomic.
Sheba,
What's up?
Sheba, how about you look about the. Well, I don't know.
Wait, Janet. So he said something about his sister, right?
Well, that's exactly what I was gonna say. Why don't you look about his sister?
That was the same guy, right? So I
Yeah.
think that was the question. Go back. I can't see that. I can
Nah,
only.
he just said you give me hope. Here he goes. You give me
Oh,
hope for my relationship with my sister because we're cool, whatever.
oh,
That's,
I see. Okay.
yeah. All right.
Um, but
So he's a
but
snake.
I mean, I just pulled out a couple cards for him. So your challenge, Atomic, is dealing with your negativity. I see you're going to get through that challenge. So with how you think, with how you communicate with yourself, that's most importantly first, and then it comes out with the others. Um, sevens, they're like long held ways that we've communicated, long held ways that we've thought. But you're ready to change them. You're ready to let it go and you're ready to move forward. Or he wants information on money. All right, I'll pull a couple more for that. And then with the 10 of clubs, I'm getting that you are going to be more successful with communication and reaching larger groups of people. I feel like for some reason you're in some type of field to where you speak to or you want to get into some type of field or get more expanded into a field where you reach and speak to large groups of people, but you're kind of scared of that. So you're letting go of that way of thinking. Okay, money. Let's
Yo,
see.
hold on, real quick. Yo, Atomic, I want to give you a reading as well too, man. If I don't know if you feel comfortable, but if you give me your birthday, the day, the month, the date, and the year that you were born, I'll give you a reading on numerology. A small one, right after Sheba is
No,
done.
this is my time. Okay. I tell you, you're jealous, and you always. I told you.
She told
You
me that
like
I was jealous. We were talking earlier on the phone today. She said I was jealous that anytime she has the spotlight, she's like, "You come and you try to take the spotlight." And I'm like,
yep.
"Well, yo," and I'm like, "You're a Leo. Leos naturally want the spotlight, right?" And I'm like, "Aries, they gravitate towards that too." But I'm not like a jealous person. She's like, "Yeah, you are." I'm like, "Whatever, man." But okay.
But
So
money. So I got
Money, yeah.
so your challenge, Queen of Diamonds. So this could be a woman that's like trying. This could be a woman that's like wanting more money than you can give her. But I'm also getting like you're worried. You're really worried about money right now with this three of clubs. Whenever you're worried about money with this three of clubs, get into diversifying or get into creativity. So you can get creative if you have a business, because the court cards it could mean energy or it could mean people. So initially, I got that it's a woman that's kind of challenging you. She's spending a lot of money, and you're worried about it. But if you I want to say diversify, but if you get creative and diversify your money, you can overcome this little hurdle that you'll have. Yeah, it's a woman. Yeah, it's not you that's spending the money. I'm sorry. She's spending your money. I'm sorry. That's not funny.
Or
She's
or
spending the economy.
Atomic Society could be it could be a
Could
man,
be a
right?
woman.
I mean, it could be a woman
Well,
because I don't know if we got a. Did we get no?
well, whoever it is, because this is no, there's definitely somebody that you love, whether it's man or woman, they're spending too much money. And you're like, what's up? What's going on with this?
Mm.
Um,
6, 10,
yeah, you're just going to learn to communicate with them differently to the point where you're going to have to, and when I say communicate, it's not outward communication. You're going to communicate with them differently to the point where you might start putting money away. You might start doing more subtle things in order for them to get the message that they can't be spending money like that.
Mm. Okay. I would say
Career.
I would say Amita Cream Shakti. Welcome to the. He said,
Hey,
"Oh
Mita.
no."
Mita.
He said, "Oh no, I am a man." So he's a man, yeah. And he said, "Okay." He's laughing his apple, laughing off. He said, "Oh no." Okay, so I'll give you a quick reading, really quickly. Um, Atomic Society. So where you are right now, or where you're going to be next year. Next year is going to be a big year for you to actually claim your stake. You're going to be so established next year. Next year, either you're going to get I don't know what it is, a house, a land, something that has to do with foundation, something that you can build on. It's going to be a powerful year for that next year. So I don't know if you're in the midst of a new job or starting something new or whatever, because this has been a year. She talked about communication. This has been a year where you've been really creative, and you've been speaking a lot or talking to a lot of people. So all of that you have been doing is actually going to come to fruition next year, and it's awesome. It's awesome too because the energy of next year being 2024, you add all those up together, you get 8. That 8 is going to be supporting you because next year you're going to be in the personal year of a number 4. And as we know, half of 8 is 4. And that's why 8s have to do a lot with material wealth because 4 has the foundation. And then on top of that, once you get the house, you want to buy the stuff for the house. Right.
Okay.
So I like to say the 4 is the floor of the house. The 4 is the floor of the house, and the 8 is like everything else inside of the house.
And you know, to kind of piggyback off of that, so if you do have a business, no, I just feel like not a woman spending the money. I'm sorry, but if you do have a business, because the Queen of Diamonds, she does represent the businesswoman. Get real creative with that business, just to kind of piggyback off of what he's saying. Like, but there definitely is somebody that's spending money. But yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a powerful year for a lot of people next year.
Hey, Mita.
A powerful year for a lot of people next year. A powerful year, powerful year.
Shakti.
Okay, so let me get rid of that real quick. Okay, yeah. So, yeah, Sheep. Is there anything that you wanted to cover that you kind of wanted to talk to the people about? Something that maybe was on your mind. a message that you wanted to get out. We've been streaming out for like an hour. And it's been really flexible and it feels really good. Honestly, y'all, I know, I'm testing things out and there was some mistakes and whatever, but I promise you, y'all, I promise you is that I have to be myself. I have to. And I don't want to stare at the camera for a while like this or always use some type of vernacular because, this is mainly a spiritual channel. But I think when people think about spirituality, because of the United States is such a consumer, based society. We think about incense all the time. So we think about sage, and we think about candles, and we think about all the stuff that they sell us that is associated with spirituality. So when we see those things, we think, oh, that's spiritual. Oh, he's spiritual, right? Because he got a bell or a singing bowl or something like that. But everything is made up of spirit, God's spirit, and everything is spiritual. You know what I'm saying? So, like, because even like a lot of girls, oh, I'm spiritual, and then I don't know, I don't know. So, I just wanted to be myself, and for me, like 2023 has been a year of it's the number 7 has been a year of actually going inside of yourself a lot, and it's been a great year for shadow work. And I think and I hope that a lot of people took that opportunity to do shadow work because we still have a couple more weeks of that energy left. And if you haven't done yours, then hey, by all means, get into it. Uh, because yeah, if you're working with the light, then you're gonna have to work with the shadows. Because anytime you got a light, you got shadows, man. And so like they kind of go hand in hand. If you're a light worker, then you better be a shadow worker. You know what I'm saying? And that's just me just coming from like where I'm coming from. I just had to put that out there. But yeah, what do you got, Sheeps? You got a message? You got something you want to share, or what's up?
I do actually. So, um, and this is just a message not for 2024, but just moving forward. So there is so much anger in this world, and it manifests was really a lot of pain. It's a lot of pain that people hold and they carry with them, whether it's from their childhood or life to life or from last week. And it's like it manifests as anger, and we try to push it off on other people, thinking that we can get rid of it, but it doesn't work like that. Or we think if we hold on to it, that, oh, we can recognize it when it comes back around, but it doesn't work like that. So my message is kind of like, let's be compassionate for ourselves, compassionate enough to let go of anger, to let go of pain that we've been holding on to. Like let's really get serious about letting it go. If we don't know how to let it go, let's just begin to ask ourselves. It just takes a question. It'll open up a conversation within your spirit, and your spirit will respond, even if it's not just the day. At some point, it will respond on to help you to let it go, to move forward in life. So there's not so much trauma within ourselves and within the world moving forward. But yep,
Mm,
that was my message.
mm, beautiful, 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 beautiful. Yeah, you got a website. I forgot. There's something special about my sister. I mean, there's a lot of special things about her, yeah. But
You so silly.
but uh yeah, you make soap. You actually make soap, and I have some of it. It's good stuff. I'm not gonna get it, but whatever.
Mhm.
So and you use like fresh, like organic good ingredients like coffee and mint and lavender and orange and all kinds of stuff. Where can people buy your soap set? And I'll put the link in the description later on, maybe tomorrow. uh
Okay.
but
Well,
what is your website so that people want to get a reading? What is your soaps? If people want to buy soaps, also, what is your Cash App again? If people want to hook you up and for what you're doing, um, yeah, things like that.
so the soaps. Oh, thanks. Yeah, the soaps, they're made with therapeutic grade essential oils. Um, And I like your products too, Amita. But they're made with therapeutic grade essential oils, and I only use essential oils. I don't use any fragrance oils. I like to use a lot of herbs and different spices and clays and things like that in order to, get the full benefit of the plant. Um, and so let me see, where can you get them? You can get them on my website at
Hold up,
beautyinsideoutcare.com.
I'm gonna put it up in the thing.
That's
So
beauty,
www.beauty
uh-huh,
inside
inside out.
inside out.
Yes,
Okay,
care.com.
here.
Care, C-A-R-E.
Okay, .com. Okay,
And then and if you want to read, and I haven't put my readings on the website quite
is that
yet.
right? I get it right?
Beautyinsideoutcare.com. Yep, that's it. And if you want to read it, you can actually just text me. I haven't put, like I said, I didn't put my readings on the website yet.
Yeah.
So my phone number is 404.
Oh, you giving out your number?
Yeah, you just text me.
Okay. Uh huh.
I'm supposed to do that or something.
That's cool. If you want to,
I
you
was
feel
just
comfortable.
blocking, like I was like, I don't be afraid to give out my number. If I could, somebody's being too ruthless, I just block them, like block, like that's it. You know what I mean? It's not like back in the day where they'll keep calling you and you can't see who's calling. You have to pick up because it might be somebody else that you want to talk to. You can be like, "Oh, it's this person? It's this number?" No, they like so. Like a number doesn't matter to me.
Yeah.
But yeah, 404 268
Mm-hmm.
4680.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay.
Yeah, and you could just text me if you want to read in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, Sheba.
Hmm.
People wanted to develop this more, and you also said your intuition got more developed once you started doing this. Like,
Right.
what would be some good ways to start off?
With the cards.
Yeah.
Okay, so with developing their intuition or just the cards overall?
Aurora. I mean, I guess all of
Okay,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because you can do it with any cards, like different oracle cards, with the images on there, things like that. Those are really great for building your intuition. Um, I have some oracle cards right here. Let me see. I'm gonna just pull out one specific, not specific one. So you see, like this one, it's this is Earth Magic cards, and it just gives you some words and it shows an image.
Mhm.
So with the image, because this is how you scry cards or really anything, you just kind of gaze at it and see what sticks out to you.
Mhm.
Not on a mental level, but like on a heart space level. What's coming to your being? Like, what do you see first? What's sticking out? And yeah, that's pretty much how you scry. You look at the different colors, the different numbers, things like that. You can read anything. Like you can read a person, you can read a book. And I'm not even being funny. I mean, I am, but I'm not. But like, you can read anything. Like, um, let me see. So that's a good way to start out, knowing that you can read anything. So just playing fun. I mean, playing with it and having fun is important in order to start developing your intuition. I will also get into understanding what like different energies mean, and so I would do it with the chakra system. So understanding what the chakras mean. Just you don't have to get real into it, but and what colors mean, um, because each chakra will correspond with a color and with certain energy tones. And so when you see those colors, you can recognize, oh, that's that certain energy, and so things like that. And then
It's funny you say that because I was reading the autobiography of a yogi the other day, and he was talking. Was it in that book or it was something about Yogananda? Maybe it was something else I was reading from Yogananda. But he was like, when you get up to your throat. No, he was like, yeah, he was like, uh, when you want to command something and you want to manifest something, he said focus on your throat, and then he
hmm,
said focus on the sound hum, and I started to think, and I was like, oh yeah, because each chakra has a different sound. Like the root chakra is lam, and then bam, and then ram, and then yam, and then hum would be this one. So it's you were saying how you know. The colors they all have a specific meaning, or like
energy.
everything has a sound, the cosmic sound, the cosmic colors, the cosmic shapes,
Right,
um
right,
right, and like it's once you know one, you can kind of know what the other one is because they're all kind of the same thing.
right, right.
And so by doing this, you're saying that that actually strengthens your intuition, or it just actually gets you ready.
Well, understanding what the meaning is of certain colors, certain energies. Colors, they represent energy. Sound is a certain
Mm,
type of energy. So
mm,
understanding those things, just having the understanding, you're going
okay.
to be able to say, oh, this means that. You might even see a color around a person, like their aura, and understand what that person is representing at that time or something like that.
You have on blue, and blue has to do with communication. Did
hmm
you pick that shirt out purposely today because you knew that you were going to be speaking?
No, because at first I had on a different shirt, and the other shirt was black, and it did have some blue in it. But this shirt kind of sparked my eyes, and I like the Merry Christmas. Wait, here it
Okay.
goes. Merry Christmas, Christ consciousness.
Let me ask you a question, because and we can end it pretty soon if you want, or we can keep going. Either way, I'm fine. We got
Nobody,
about 12. We got about 12. We got about 12 people watching
okay.
right now.
No-
Um,
Nobody wants to read. Nobody wants any info.
well, okay, yeah. If anybody wants to reading, let us know. And we can give read. We can Sheba
A
can give a reading.
question. Yeah.
Huh?
If they have a question.
Or a question or anything like that. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
11 on the clock. Okay.
She's here to serve.
Look, it's 11 on the clock. I am here
11,
to.
11. I keep saying.
Oh, it's not over there. I forgot. You're in Kelly.
Yeah, he said it's 8:11 over here. He said, I keep seeing. Tell me why.
You're ready to start something.
Mm.
And I think you know what it is.
Yeah, because I said it's a business or something next year to get him ready, and next year is around the corner. So 11:11 is saying, get up off your, get up off your pants, man.
Get up off of your feet and dance so you feel better. Get up off of your pants and dance so you. Who's that, James Brown?
I don't know. Yo,
Same.
so Cream Shakti, she said her mom wants a reading. Her mom does. Yeah.
Does she have a specific question?
Okay, we'll find that out. I'll let her.
So with the 1111, what is his name? Atomic?
Atomic
Um,
Society. Yeah.
yeah, Atomic Society. You're ready to let go, and this is going to be a big lesson for you when you do it. I mean, nobody could push you to do it. So I say if you do it, it's your choice. But it's going to be a big blessing for you to let go of certain work habits, certain ways that you've worked throughout these years for a long time now. Um, yeah, it's like it's a certain kind of work that you just don't like, or a certain aspect of your work that you don't like. But you're ready to move on to bigger and better things. I'm feeling like getting out there and mingling and talking to people. It's going to get you the work that you want to get. You do have money power right now. Even if you don't see it coming, you do have money power. I'm feeling like you have more than like you have a lot of little things, and you need to get organized as it relates to your money, and
Well,
that's what.
he's a see. This is interesting about Atomic, because Atomic he said he's a life path number 8, which he
Uh-huh.
is, right?
Hmm.
And so that means you add up everything in his birthday, the month, the date, the year, and it adds up to the number 8. But then also August is the 8th month. But then also he was born on the 17th, and if you add up the 1 plus the 7, that equals an 8. And so he has so many eights. But here's the thing about 17: he's a 17-8 in his karmic number. And
Wait,
so, huh?
what's his birthday? You said?
August 17,
Oh, he's a Leo too. Oh, he's cool.
2001, if my memory serves me correct. So the 1 would represent leadership skills. The 1 would represent, being an individual. But then the 7 would represent, his analytical, his observational skills. But then also the spiritual side, the introspective side. And so you have, because you're talking about that he has, you said a lot with emotions and anger or something like that, or negativity, and a lot of ones carry that energy. If you looked at Kevin Samuels, if you looked at what's the guy's name, Steve Jobs, if you looked at Hitler, if you looked at Henry Ford, if you look at LeBron James, all those people are number 1s, and they all have this masculine energy that some could even say is like,
Oh,
mean or abrasive.
Aries, it's that Aries Mars energy.
It's the Aries Mars energy, right? Oh,
Mhm.
he's 6. He's 6. Okay. So I'm looking at. Wait, is it right? 8 6. No, okay. I'm looking at it wrong. So he's 6. He's 6. My bad. My bad.
Wait, August
It's not 8.
6th.
It's 8 6 2001.
Oh, he has a cool birthday.
Yeah, 8 6
Um,
2001. Okay. I was going in a whole different direction.
his birth. My birthday is August 5th. So yours is the 6th. Hey, buddy. Hey, he's my Leo friend. But
All right.
I just want to see what his birth card is now.
Yeah, I'll let you finish going in. And I was about to go in on
Seven
that,
of
man.
diamonds.
Say it again.
He's a 7 of diamonds. So I'm going to tell you this, Atomic. So you can, because you're 7 of diamonds and you're a double 7 of diamonds. So that's all your personality consists of. You can either be fearful about money and you won't make no money, or you can do what is within you to do, like continue like to stick to your job or whatever work you want to do, and don't worry about the money, and you can become a millionaire. Easy.
Hmm. I see it too. He has a lot of good stuff.
Yeah. So 7 of diamonds, it's all about like how we communicate with ourselves as it relates to money. So just having a prosperous mind and being grateful is always good, like adding up your blessings. I was getting that strong. Yeah, I was getting that strong. I wanted to say not to like next year, you're really gonna be more serious as it comes to money. Like this year you might fool around a bit, and build up your thoughts as it relates to money. But next year, like around this time, coming ending, you're going to be serious about it. As far as like making it, and you're going to have your ducks in a row. Put your ducks in a row, and the money will come.
And he's still young, and he's still young too, man. 2001 is only 2024. Like, you still, hate to say it, but a baby, man. You
Yeah.
know, like, yeah,
She
good
said,
stuff, man.
"John Radiant, if
But
that
you
is
want to you want to get into stuff when you're young. That's the best time to be immersed in all of these types of things. I tell people it's like making bread. You want to put salt in the bread while you're making it, not after the bread is already baked.
yeah, true."
I used to be a chef, right? So you look at it
And
like
you
that.
know what? I'm so happy that I told that you got
Me
this
too.
information while you're young, because it could take you far. Sometimes it could take you years and years to change yourself and to incorporate some type of information into your life.
Mhm.
So being that you got it while you're young, yeah, really take heed to that. No, don't be fearful about money. Just continue with the work that you want to do without any fear, and you can make a lot of money with your 7 of diamonds. So,
Okay, next question. So for Krim Shati, she said a general reading would be good. That's for her mom.
so for her mom, I got some cards. So her mom looks like she has a new way. So she either has a new job, a new way of making money. I don't know if she's still working or retired or whatnot, but she has a new way of making money, some type of new job. Um, it's something creative. It's something that has to do with communication. She also getting with this card. She has it's like she has the desire to change her values. So, like things that she's shifting values. And things that she's valued before, she's letting those go. She wants more fun and creativity in her life, is what I'm getting. That's what she's shifting her values to, or that's what's coming through. Yeah, she wants better communication. Um, she really values like creative communication. I'm not gonna, do a full reading, but
Yeah.
um, the goals that she has, she can really get them met. It looks like some money. It looks like she has house goals as it relates to her house. Um, it relates to partnership. Tell her to call me up. I'll give her a full reading. I don't want to go too deep here on
Live here.
yeah, on live. But there's a lot of partnership as it relates to.
Like a relationship partnership, like an intimate.
There's a lot of people here.
Who
Let me
cares?
see.
Who cares?
Huh?
Who cares?
I would have to talk to her more and get more information. But yeah, there's now I see some type of work partnership, really. I see some type of work partnership with a
Mm,
woman.
okay.
Um,
She said, yeah, they definitely call you up, book a reading.
okay.
Cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sheba, ladies and gentlemen, also, we're headed to where Christmas is around the corner. We grew up not celebrating holidays, right? We were both homeschooled, born at home. You guys know the whole story. I've told so many people. We didn't celebrate holidays,
Business.
whatever. We didn't celebrate no holidays, nothing like that. But this is a good time where family comes together. And it's also a good time where if maybe you don't want to get a reading for yourself, you can get a reading for somebody else, kind of like how you can buy a gift card for somebody else. Um, so once again, you know what I'm saying? Take a look at the number and then text for a reading if that's what you want to do. Also, you can hit her up on her Sheba The Oracle, and you can also hit her up on her website, beautyinsideoutcare.com. Great products, great soaps, great all kinds of stuff. I think you guys will definitely love my channel. Those of you who are watching, do me a favor and hit the like button because it's going to help out with the algorithm. And then also hit the subscribe button if you aren't a subscriber. 2023, I know my videos have been different. Mainly, like I've been doing like blogging in a way, man. But so much shadow work, so many things going on in my life. And 2024, I'm gonna get back to where we're gonna be doing a lot more podcasts, but a lot of them are gonna be live like this. This way, I don't have to upload it, and it doesn't take out a lot of time from my busy schedule. Easier that way, right? And so you get to see everything right there too, as well too. And so we want to bring Sheba back on, Sheba the Oracle, and kind of see how some of her predictions panned out, maybe like halfway through the year or something like that. Um, yeah, man. I mean, we can keep rocking. You got some more stuff you want to share, Sheba? I'm not shy.
Well, and the clock's 1, 2, 3. Um, I mean, do you have any more questions? Is
Yeah, how do you know if someone is having a child or not? And definitely not me. Like I'm all done with, children and things like that. But how do you know? And the reason why I asked that is because it came up, shut up. It came up it came up twice. I mean, you find out that I was having a child whenever that was, and you find out, one of our other friends and many other, like you knew about this stuff. How do I get rid of these things, man? I would just leave it like that.
Oh, you're welcome, Atomic. You're welcome, Cream Shanty.
Yeah, but how do you you know like how do you know what's what? Like how do you know if a child is coming? A lot of times, about fishing, right? You dream about fish or something like that. You might be like, oh, so and so's gonna have a baby, but what about like this?
What do you mean?
Like if someone's gonna have a baby or something, does a special card come up? Does like a fish card come up? You know what I mean?
Oh no.
Or is that just the intuition like aspect?
Well, so working with the cards.
Hmm.
So being that they have different meanings, like each card has different meanings, your intuition does matter, you know. Um, there are certain cards for childbirth, or like a new person coming into the world. There are cards for that.
Mm.
So that's pretty much how I would know. But then based off of intuition, that's how we really know.
When So when I have intuition, for instance, this is the way that my intuition works. First of all, it works really, really well when there's a full moon. I mean, I get a lot of hits when there's a full moon, and I don't know if it's like that for you. But then also, it's like it's abstract. It's not like it's written out into a sentence. It's abstract, and it's because I've gotten that abstraction so many times that now I can identify it. So
Yeah.
now I can begin to read it. Kind of like what you were saying, how you should learn colors and you should learn, sounds and blah blah blah. Because by knowing those colors and sounds, I can know how to understand my intuition more. Is that how you get it?
Not necessarily. Yes and no. So intuition is different for everybody, you know. But one thing about intuition is not of the mind.
Hmm.
It comes in the body.
Okay.
So that's one thing about intuition. Two, like I said, it's different for everybody. So it can be like some people might see visions. I usually hear things, clairaudience.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then there's clairsentience, that's visions. And then there's I think I'm getting mixed up, but I hear things and I feel things. Like I do get visions a lot, especially for myself, like for my own personal, life.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm like looking at the cards and like I'm tuning in for somebody else's, I get a lot of clear audience. So I'm hearing messages, and I also get deep feelings. I forget what they call it. Is it clairsentience or something like that?
I know what you're talking about. I don't know the appropriate names, but yeah.
Yeah, but I get the feelings, and and sometimes with other people I'll get some images, but
Mm-hmm.
it's like the feeling will be so strong that like the image will almost come with it.
Mm.
That's usually how it works for me. But yeah, intuition is also a difference with this. So you can have your spirit mind talking to you, and you might think that, and that's pretty much intuition, your spirit mind talking to you versus your ego mind talking to you,
Mm.
communicating with you.
Mm.
Um, and then somebody from the spirit realm could be talking to you too. So you really don't know sometimes. You know what I mean? I just like to think of intuition as um, the spiritual messages, the messages coming from the spirit realm, pretty much.
Mm. Okay. Respect, respect. Yo, Sheebs, man, I appreciate you for coming on. I hope that
Absolutely.
you have a great day, great week, great month, great year, and a great life. My name is Jonathan. Thank you
Thank
for
you.
tuning in to Seven Circles. Ladies and gentlemen, if you appreciate the content, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, share it to other people. Support Sheba The Oracle. Check out her website. Hit her up on the Cash App, etc., etc. I appreciate you, beautiful people, for supporting Seven Circle. 2024 is going to be great, and I'm going to do my best to bring some fabulous gifts, including bringing Sheba back on, so we can all join here in this circle, inner circle, Seven Circle, and we can have a good time. With that being said, take care. You got anything else to say? My bad.
No, but thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it, and I appreciate you, bro.
Cool. Absolutely.